Knock it off.
Hey, today we're doing risky business. It's an 8 rated trail out here at Sand Hollow. To find this trail, we're right in between where the water tanks are. So this is SR7, if you can see this road behind me. We're right in between the water tanks and the tunnel by the main staging area inside of Sand Hollow. So the fence line is right here. If you'll turn around and show everyone what they're looking for once they get here.
So this is what it looks like.
So if you know where Milts Mile is, it's right one little wash this way. So the next left-hand turn as you're going toward the water tanks will put you up in risky business. A couple of things to know. This trail is kind of hard to follow. It is a newer trail. And so hopefully we can do a good job in the video and let you guys know where the turns are and what stuff to hit and what stuff not to hit. Again, it's an 8. You want a skid plate, you want, big tires, you want, gearing's good, a winch is good.
All the good stuff.
All the goods, just like the regular disclaimer we always do. And then there are really only about 5 obstacles on the trail. It's one of my favorites and it's quick and it actually ends up and dumps you into Milts Mile and you can do the second half of Milts kind of as one full swoop. Ready to go. Cool. So this is obstacle 1. I call it the sand trap. You go up in here and you have to use a lot of power to kind of muscle up through it because it's on such a steep hill and then you're hitting rocks. So you have to be careful with the wheel speed because you're spinning through the sand and then you get to the rocks, you'll break an axle or all kinds of other stuff.
If you hit that too hard.
We've never actually tried the rock way right here. We might give that a go. It looks pretty hairy.
Right up through there.
Right over here.
Yeah.
And then there's a bypass just on the other side of this little sand hill right here.
So you
go all the way around.
So you can kind of come up around here and bypass all of this.
Yep. Which one are you going to do, Eric?
Well,
I'll do the other one.
I kind of like the idea of both. The sand trap is hard because you kind of need that power to go through there, and the Teryx is not exactly
well, then I'll do
high
the
horsepower.
sand. I'll guide you through this stuff.
Is that what you do?
Yep. Let's see.
All right, sounds good. This is where you need that horsepower. It's just so soft. So if you guys can see, I mean, it's pretty dug out and soft today. That's a big climb. A lot of sand right in front of it. super weird. About right there. I have to give it the goose. Give it. Ew. I thought you were going to give it the goose.
Well, good thing I didn't. Little more passenger.
Little more passenger. There we go.
That was nasty, man.
That was bad. Well,
$100 tire. Is that all me?
yeah, that's another $100 climb for you, man.
Shaving tires.
You're gonna need some new ones here
Shaving
soon.
tires.
Yeah.
So Eric, now that I look at this from down here, so if you show the camera right here, I tried to go through that little notch and kind of straddle that. I should have stayed over here to avoid the sand completely. So
yeah,
I think we'll bring you up that way, far right, on top.
I agree.
Or you can even go all the way that way.
Yeah,
looks like
I was
that's an
almost
optional
wondering
line.
if we go around this portion and climb that.
Yeah.
And
well,
not hit right here. So
yeah, I think I know what to do.
all right, sounds good. All right, let's try it.
It's gonna slip.
Not slipping.
Yeah, I just told him if he would do me a favor if he tips to tip the other way, because we have a GoPro on this side. This crap gets expensive. This way. This way. Yep. Yep. Slow this way. Driver. Slow. Driver. Driver. Nice, dude. Straight. Slow. Let it crawl. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Get it. Straight. All right. Slowly. Which way do you want to go? Slow. Whoop. Slow. Woo-hoo. Straight. Whoop. Oh, it's a little tipsy. Let me look at that other side.
Okay. You were lying about which way I was going to tip.
Let's inch you forward and back a couple times. Okay, straight now. Straight now. Straight now. Let's bring this tire all the way up here and try and follow this edge right here.
Okay.
Because your back tire needs to be able to follow. Yeah. Low gear is this way.
Right, yeah, my bad.
All right, cool. Turn toward me. Driver. Driver. It's not slipping.
Okay.
You got more than a half a tire on it here. Some rockabilly power right here. It's pretty wild. You need to climb this. So
Okay.
keep it hard, driver.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go. Keep it straight. Straight right there. Right there, that's the line. You're
Go.
good, I promise.
All right.
Straight. Woo!
Jeez.
That first obstacle gave us a little more trouble than anticipated.
Oh, God, no kidding.
Jeez.
It's never been that hard, but
Yeah, well, we're trying new stuff.
yeah,
So.
sheesh. All right, so we're at this little hill here. Do we have a name for this? Nothing? Anyway, this one's a little sketchy for the Teryx. I made it up last time, but it's dug out even more all down here. So I think for me, what I want is I want to keep my driver tire right on this little lip. And I just got to give steady throttle, but
This is really steep on that side and you're in such a sand hole. That's the challenge here. I don't know what we call this one, but as Eric just said, it's a little bit tougher in the Teryx. The sand always adds a weird obstacle. Start turning toward me a little bit. Yep. Looks good. You're not as vertical as you feel. He is.
Feels that way. All right.
Looks good. This way. Yep. That one is all about the line. The tricky thing, I mean, obviously the sand, but this crack, if you fall on this at all, you're going over there somewhere. So, nice job, dude.
That one makes me nervous. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it's
just that crack.
Smooth, though.
Yeah, that sand is a weird variable.
Yeah.
So right after this obstacle, we go straight into this one. Do we have a name for this yet?
I don't think we have a name for it.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky, kind of fun, kind of weird, kind of scary. I'll let the trail pastor explain this one.
All right, guys, so try to get out of this shadow a little bit. So this is an interesting little obstacle. So what happens is you actually need to kind of hit this on an angle. And what happens is your driver tire needs to hit here, your passenger obviously over there. And what you need to do is, so you need to start climbing here and then make a driver turn, and you need to follow that edge because it's real bad news if you don't.
Yeah, what he's saying is your driver tire comes up right here and then goes to that edge and then absolutely stays straight on it, and then you straddle the crack.
Right.
But what makes it tricky is you have to climb up on the passenger side as you're doing
here
that.
first.
So you're like
Yep.
This way, and then you lean and drive straight out over the crack.
Yeah, so it's a little uncomfortable feeling to
Gotta
do
have a
it.
good spotter with this one.
Yeah.
The first time or two.
Yep. All right, you're up.
Yep.
Top. So just watch the angle that he does. Here's the ridge. Basically that shadow line that he's got to follow.
Perfect.
See, his passenger tire climbs first. There you go. That's super smooth. Super smooth. So once you climb this is a little interesting. Watch what he does. Off-camber climb. I hate this one. There you go. Nice. Then he climbs out.
That was wild. I thought I was going to hit the GoPro on the wall.
I think we've already said this before, but one tricky thing about this trail is it seems like every obstacle has sand at the very bottom of it. It's good. So that's an obstacle every time that you're like, oh, I've done it before. I know exactly how it's supposed to feel. And then you get there and it always feels wrong.
Yeah, it does every time.
You're like, nope, went too far right. Nope, went too far left. There goes my cage.
Yep.
Every time it's something.
That was good. I felt good on that one.
That's a fun one. Yeah, you did great.
I feel like that's probably the best I've done both of those. Both of them felt really smooth and good.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, I guess so.
This might be the fourth, but yeah. So it's always right after or right before the toughest obstacle that Eric can bust these Twizzlers out.
Well,
I remember that time on Pritchett Canyon where you're like, dude, we just need to stop. I need to take a break. Like, Eric was pretty new to side-by-sides and we took him through Pritchett Canyon in his Teryx.
it was so stressful.
Bad clutching. It was stressful.
It was bad clutching, and it was right after, what hill was that?
Oh, I don't remember.
What climb was that?
Axle Hill or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was so nasty, and I mentally needed a break.
Guys, we're stopping. I just need to relax. Thought we were gonna have to call a helicopter to get that Teryx out of there.
I'll stop. It wasn't that bad, but I needed a mental break for sure.
You made it through.
Yeah, I did. Lost my brake, I think. Well, something happened here. I was holding my brake waiting for Royce, and all of a sudden my brake pedal just went straight to the floor. You can see,
it dripping out of here, but I don't think that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's coming from, but
just dripping down the line.
it blew somewhere. I know.
Okay, so we found a pinch brake line. He's dripping everywhere. He said the pedal went to the floor out of nowhere. So we have one more main obstacle on the trail. I'm going to send Eric through the bypasses coming through. There was this one. I wouldn't call it a main obstacle, but it's definitely something you want to do with brakes. So we're going to back him out of here and have him take the kind of the sand bypass there and then bypass the next one. But I'll still show you the rest of the trail.
Yeah, I guess what happens.
It is what it is.
That's right.
Pay to play.
That's right. Well, so since somehow I pitched my brake line, I'm gonna have to do the bypasses, and apparently I'm gonna drift everything with the e-brake all the way out through the rest of the trail and back to the parking lot. Sometimes this happens, it's the way it goes, so. Alright, so here's basically the last obstacle out. Royce is going to show us. So what you have to do is you kind of have to angle passenger, but you can't go too much because that clip. I mean, up at the top, that's probably 6 or 7 feet, so you can't get too close. There's also a dip on this side, so you kind of just climb this spine. Yeah, you're good right there. Yeah. Yep, right there. There you go. Driver, there you go. Woo-wee! All right, so we're gonna give you a little closer look here and I'll preach this for you. What you wanna do is kind of hover driver side over here a little bit. You need to come around. You really need to angle up straight towards that little rock jet right there. One thing you need to be careful of, as you just saw with Royce, is he was getting his front tire caught just a little bit right there, so he had to turn. I mean, it was only like 2 or 3 inches sooner. And then you climb. So what you have to be careful with is, unfortunately, we can't have the Teryx show this line because it's actually easier with the short wheelbase, and I'll show you why. Is because once you make this climb, you follow exactly how I'm walking here, straight up, but then you've got this cliff, and so a 4-seater needs to turn driver sooner, and all four wheels aren't exactly all the way up just yet when you have to make that turn. But with the Teryx and other two-seaters, you can go further up and that turnout is a lot easier.
Cool, so that was Risky Business. So from here, it's just kind of bumpy and boring. You're gonna make a left and follow a dirt road back toward the sand dunes. Or meet up with Milts Mile and finish out the second half of Milts. That's what we normally do, but with no breaks, we might just call it a day and head back down.
Yeah, I think today's over now.
Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell YouTube this video doesn't suck, and see you next time.